Hello fellow tankers, this is Dauntless, and today I'm going to be playing again in my tier 10 Chinese heavy tank, the 113. Now I do play this tank a lot, and forgive me for that, but I do enjoy it quite a bit, and I'm trying to get my 3 marks, and I can't even seem to get 2. It's a very competitive vehicle apparently, and a lot of players do well in it. The map is Malinovka, and I think that's the map. Yep, Malinovka. And if you look at the teams, you'll notice that their team has quite a few good players. In fact, they have 5 blue players and 2 purple players. That is very, very scary if you ask me. Meanwhile, I'm glad that we have the support of our E4 and T30, 2 other blue players that we actually have on our team, but overall, the odds are definitely not in our favor. And again, if you break down into vehicle type, they have a very good IS-7, and they have their new tier 10, I believe it's the Swedish tank, the Cranban, or Cranberry as I've heard people call it. And they have the E3, the E4 well-armored vehicles. While if you look at our guys, it's like me and my 113, which I guess could take some hits. But we have a Bat Chat, we have an E50M, we have the STRV, and then we have our E4. Now, again, we have the E4 in terms of armor, but you go down the line and we have a PTA, MX50 120, IS3, really just very soft vehicles altogether, while they have a lot of armor. And so the hill is going to be a very, very dangerous place to be, just because you get up there and you're going to be shot at by everything under the sun, and you're going to turn around and you have nothing playing up there with you because everything is soft and no one wants to push hill. Again, you wouldn't want to push the hill in your Bat Chat because you just get devastated. So again, it's very, very difficult. When I load into this map, I'm like, we're going to lose this. But in those situations, you kind of come up with good ideas, and I guess necessity is the mother of all invention, right? So anyway, I'll just get the game started and just show you what I do. I decide to be really rash here, and because I know, I'm like, if I go hill, I'm just going to get massacred, and our team's probably not going to support me anyway, so screw it, and I decide to take a risk. Now, this is a calculated risk, and it is a very high payoff risk. If you can get yourself situated over on the enemy side at the beginning of this map, you can have a heck of a game and actually change it completely in your favor all by yourself. I know, if you try to brawl it out on other flanks, it's just kind of like, you're trading shots, and even if you're the best player, it can be almost impossible to carry. But if you take this random location, you can actually troll the crap out of them, because a lot of players don't go this way, and sometimes they don't expect it. And if you're a good enough player, you can really take advantage. So already, I've stacked up 1,600 assist damage from spotting those tank destroyers. I have now 600 damage to my name, and I've taken really no damage. If there's artillery playing in the game, this can be a dangerous situation, but because there were no arty, I decided that this was a smart idea. Now, you'll notice that they have a lot of tank destroyers, and it is common for tank destroyers to sit on their base, and that was something that I was aware of when I pushed over here. But again, because the 113 is fast enough, I was able to get here without really taking any damage. And you saw me just kind of jump into the water towards the end. That's because I knew I'm not going to drown in that little bit of water, and I didn't want to take the hit. So their T-34 is out in the open, and don't ask me how that went in. I did have a heat round loaded because I wanted to shoot the E3, and I managed to put one just right through his turret. Now he gives me his profile, and I'm able to put the second shot in, and I'm just waiting for my reload. I feel like my team is probably going to finish him off here, but I'm able to get the shot off and don't quite have the angle, so I hit him in the track, and again, get the assist damage anyway, so it doesn't really matter. And now I'm trying to spot this the E3. Now the E3 on their team is a green player. He knows what he's doing, but he seems very dead set on killing me, which is very important. But at this point, he's screwed. What could he do? If he pushes out to try to kill me, he's gonna just get hit by our tank destroyers. And really, all he can do at this point is just sit there and hope he can hit me, I guess. But I'm being really, really trolly right now, and there is a Bat Chat behind me that's also trying to give him kind of a shot, and I'm able to put a nice shot into his commander's hatch, or machine gun port, whatever you want to call it, and take him out. Now, I wait a few seconds because I know I'm lit, but I guess I want to get out of that location. The E4 is lit. I'm able to put a nice shot into him while bouncing a shot from him, as well as their UDST, or UDES, however you pronounce it. Now their SDRV is lit, and I want to take the time to put a shot into him because he is a purple player, and in the meanwhile I do end up taking a hit, but it's okay, still have a lot of HP. And I want to get another shot into this STRV because, again, he is a very threatening target for me, especially in this location that I'm in, because I'm protected from anything to the right of me and to the front of me, but the STRV in the location that he's in, if I do get lit, he'll be able to put a lot of shots into me before I'm able to get unlit, and then even then he'll be able to blind fire me. So the E4 is giving me his side. I'm going to just take advantage of that, put a nice shot into the side of his turret, and already, we're just a little over 3 minutes into the game, and I'm already at 4,000 damage. Go for a shot into his commander's hatch, or again, his machine gun port. Really just preying on RNG there, but you'll be surprised at how many of those shots you can actually make if you try to take them. So again, it doesn't hurt. I have a lot of ammo, and at this point, I'm just trying to figure out what I want to do. I don't want to push a lot more forward than this because, again, I'm assuming that the SDRV is going to be there. He probably has camouflage net and binoculars, and if I get lit in the open, it could be pretty bad. That thing has a devastating gun. It has like 300 penetration, and with that kind of pen, he'll just slice through my armor like nothing. So I'm really hoping that the WZ-132 will spot for me, and I do ask him here that I need him to spot, and he does listen, which is nice. Maybe he was already going to do so, but he does push up, and I am ready. I'm really waiting for that STRV to get lit up, and I believe he does light him here. Yep, there he is, and I am able to put another nice shot into him. I love this gun. Sometimes it really trolls the crap out of me, but when it does work, it works like a charm. Their UDES is spotted. That's the guy that put a shot into me earlier. Again, another quick shot I'm able to put into him, putting my damage almost up to 5,000 in under 10 minutes. This is where the 113 shines. It can just get up there, get the business done, and just get out, which is pretty awesome if you ask me. The Centurion is lit. Again, put another nice shot into him. Not completely aimed, and their T-54 is giving me just, I don't know if he thinks he's not lit or something, but I'm not one to pass up on free damage like that. I'm currently not lit yet, which is nice, and I'm just waiting for my gun to reload so I can finish off this T-54. And again, I didn't think we were going to win this, but my presence in their base really divided their forces to where they were trying to fight two flanks at once. They took the hill, but by then it was too late. We've completely, with my, I guess if you want to call it bravery or dauntlessness, if you will, pushing into the base, all my allies that were behind me were like, oh, base is clear, let's do it, and they were able to push with me, resulting in a game where we lost 4 vehicles and we're about to win. In my opinion, this is about as good as a game you could ask for when their team is so good, and playing unexpectedly like that is sometimes the best way to win games. Now, I have seen players push down there before, and if they are already present, they can just get killed really fast, but when you start on the northern base, pushing that corner, especially when you're in a fast armored vehicle like the 113, can be extremely rewarding like this, and I do recommend it if you haven't tried it already. If you don't know what you're doing, again, it can be a little bit risky and dangerous, but sometimes you just have to take those risks, and that's what's going to make you a better player in the long run. So I'm able to finish off the scent. I did get some spawning damage from pushing up like that, putting my assist damage up to 3,000, 6,000 normal damage, and I was able to bounce 1,100 damage. That's a pretty good game if you ask me, considering it was over in under, what was it, 7 minutes? Yeah, that's pretty awesome. The 113 is a very capable tank if you play it right, and again, play it in its element. Always use your tank to your advantage. If I had pushed hill, I would have probably been killed, and then our tank destroyers would have sat on the base, and what would have become of our team? We probably wouldn't have won this one, because as time went on, they would have whittled away all our tanks as they gave away their positions, and we would have lost. But sometimes if you're that pesky, thorn in their side that's going to be lighting up their team for all the tank destroyers, you can get epic wins like this, and you got to be rash sometimes. Again, learn the rules before you can break them, but it's okay to just play your tank outside of its role if you know what you can do. Anyway, guys, hopefully you found this gameplay helpful. If you did, I'd appreciate it if you give it a like down below, and if you haven't already, subscribe to my channel for more content like this in the future. As always, guys, thanks for watching. I really appreciate it, and I'll talk to you guys later.